So, wow, it's amazing to look out at all of you wonderful people and see that you're all here to celebrate the same thing. Jennifer and Jonathan, thank you so much for your MC skills and for that wonderful introduction. So, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Let's try it again. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you all so much for joining us for the Interphase 50th Anniversary Celebration and Gala. Once again, my name is DiOnetta Jones-Crayton, and I serve as the Associate Dean in the Office of the Vice Chancellor, and I direct MIT's Office of Minority Education. Many of you I met yesterday because you joined us as we kicked off our 50th anniversary celebration with a full-day conference hosted at Microsoft. The conference included a vibrant, engaging, and interactive morning panel that generated a lively and colorful discussion on Interphase, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It was truly a great way to start the celebration because during that time, everyone in the room learned more about the historical significance of Interphase and its divine purpose and intent. Voices from the past, present, and future, Beverly Yates, Robert Maldonado, Omi Pamet, Ebony Hearn, Umberto Caldelas, Michonne Donaldson, Sakazi Mtingwa, Ahmad Salih, Warren Shaw, Michael Fant, Sam Nixon, just to name a few, all in the room, sharing their lived experiences, the challenges they had to overcome, and the hope that inspired them all. And truly, that is why we are here tonight. For it was the hope of a program like Interphase that changed MIT in the 1960s and 70s into the MIT it is today. And in the year 2019, 50 years later, it is that same hope that inspires us all. In fact, Interphase continues to impart hope into the hearts, minds, spirits, and souls of MIT students. Can we give this huge program a round of applause? Tonight, I imagine that I am facing the same dilemma that OME directors before me have faced. How do we sum up the incredible history and progress that has grown out of the pioneering work of what was first Project Epsilon, then Project Interphase, then Interphase, and is now Interphase Edge, empowering discovery, gateway to excellence? Well, we're going to try to do that tonight by allowing you to hear from people who can share both the historical and current context of Interphase throughout the evening. After all, we have so many people here tonight who have influenced and impacted Interphase, including Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson, whom we'll be honoring tonight. She will walk us through her lens on the Interphase experience. We have Professor Wesley Harris, the first director of the Office of Minority Education, and many of the OME directors who followed after him, including Dr. Clarence Williams, who highlights Interphase's history in his phenomenal book, Technology and the Dream. Dr. Jim Gates, who was both an OME director and a member of the first Interphase cohort, and I think one of the first Black physics math professors at MIT. Come on now. In the room tonight, we also have Dr. J.J. Jackson, who helped expand Project Interphase. Dr. Carl Reed, who helped us move from Project Interphase to Interphase. And I mentioned Sakazi Mtingwa earlier. It's important that I point out that not only did Sakazi join Dr. Jackson and many others, not the least of whom was Jim Turner and Linda Sharp and Richard Prather and Ahmed Salih and Warren Shaw and the late Charles Andrews. Not only did he help in originating Interphase, but Sakazi served as the faculty director to Interphase for many years while working with the physics department here at MIT. Sakazi helped shape the curriculum of Interphase. So, if you would bear with me, I would like to ask a few people to stand. Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson, please stand. Remain standing. Dr. Jackson, if you could just remain standing just a little bit. Just a little bit. Professor Wesley Harris, please stand and remain standing. Dr. Clarence Williams. Dr. Clarence Williams, please stand and remain standing. Dr. Jim Gates, please stand and remain standing. Dr. J.J. Jackson, please stand and remain standing. Dr. Paul Reed, that's you, Dr. Paul Reed, please stand and remain standing. And Dr. Sakazi Nkiwa, please stand and remain standing. I want you all to know that the Interphase team and Interphase students throughout history owe you all a huge debt of gratitude. And as such, we are sharing with you a small token of our appreciation. It's coming to you now. Yes, give it up for them. Thank you all, and you may be seated. Again, Interphase has this rich history, and there are so many people who have made a difference, and I won't be able to name all of them. I am thinking of folks like Jim Bishop and Mary Hope. Her daughter, Inez Hope Shaw, is here tonight, and Inez was an Interphaser. And I also know that while some of our peers and colleagues are no longer with us here on earth, we believe that they are here with us in spirits. Folks like Larry Dean, who was in the first Interphase cohort, and Dean Leo Osgood, who served as director of the OME from 1995 to 2003. And of course, we remember, indeed, we shall never forget the contributions of Dr. Paul E. Gray, MIT's 14th president, whom we will also be honoring tonight. We are so grateful that his wife, Priscilla King Gray, is able to share this sacred moment in time with us. So now, could we please have a moment of silence for those who've been named and those who remained unnamed, but whose Interphase lights are still shining bright, though they are no longer with us. Just a moment of silence. Thank you. Now, I think tonight there are close to 300 alumni, current students, industry partners, MIT staff, and guests in this room. Look around. I'm looking at you. You look fabulous. Look at your neighbor. Tell them you look good. Pay a compliment. Receive a compliment. Moreover, tonight, if I'm not mistaken, I think we have Interphase alums from every decade. And feel free to represent. Let us know that you're in here. From the 60s and 70s, are you here? Yes. From the 80s and the 90s, Interphasers, are you here? From 2000 to 2010, are you here? And from 2011 to 2019, are you here? It's amazing to know that Interphase has had such a long-lasting impact. But I know that there are people in this room who were members of the very first Interphase cohort. Now, you know who you are. If you were in the very first Interphase cohort, please stand and remain standing. Okay, I got your name. So these, look around, look at them. These are the pioneers who paved the way for us to be here tonight. They helped to start it all. And not only should we be giving them a huge round of applause, we owe them a huge round of thanks, right? Yeah. So, nope, remain standing. Or else. We have a little special token of appreciation for you as well. It will be coming your way now.
Another one?
You only get one. You only get one. Thank you, Dr. Gates. You may be seated, Dr. Gates. So, we have so many people and so many acknowledgments that I could give tonight, and I know from my heart that I cannot give them all. But I want you to, there's something that we say, charge it to my head and not my heart. Please charge it to my head and not my heart, because we feel the love for every single person who is in this room, those who are in the rooms and those who couldn't be with us. This room truly represents and it encapsulates our theme. 50 years of family, growing, supporting, and thriving together. And yes, many things have changed since the early days. Interphase has been reimagined and enhanced throughout the years, always growing and adapting in order to best meet the changing needs of and the challenges facing our current students. At 50 years old, Interphase is, or is certainly one of, MIT's most enduring summer scholar programs, followed closely by the beloved Mike's program, which is ran by the Office of Engineering Outreach Program. Mike's will soon mark its 45th anniversary, and so we want to thank Ebony Hearn and Shauna Young for being here with us tonight. I know they're in the room somewhere. Like MIT itself, innovation and experimentation helped Interphase thrive. This means that each year, each cohort has had a similar yet uniquely different experience. They have created their own culture within the Interphase culture, within the MIT culture. Yet, the transformative nature of Interphase and the community it creates remains the powerful force that undergirds its success. Interphase was my saving grace. People heard me, people saw me. Interphase gave me a sense of belonging. Interphase reminded me that I earned the right to be here. It was like the preseason before the regular season. Interphase was a spiritual and emotional on-ramp. I could be myself because of Interphase. Interphase connected me to a network of peers and to departments and resources. Interphase was 3,000% worth it. These are sound bites from yesterday's conference, and many of you could offer similar testimonials. It is this impact, this life-changing, transformative work, it is this kind of love that we are all here to celebrate tonight. Thank you all once again for being here. Yes. Now, before I take my seat, I do have a few more things to do. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. I want to express my deep appreciation for our gold level sponsors, MIT and Northrop Grumman, our silver level sponsor, Microsoft. They hosted us yesterday for the conference. Our brass rat sponsor, D.E. Shaw, and all of our in-kind sponsors, Eli Lilly, Chevron, Intel, Procter & Gamble, NASA JPL, Via Separations, and General Motors. I want to thank you all for not only contributing to this event, but supporting and believing in our students. Can we give our sponsors a huge round of applause? And before the night gets away from us, I just want to take a moment, and you can help me do this, to thank the OME team for all of their work bringing this weekend to fruition. Can we give the OME team a huge round of applause? Now, I would like to introduce someone very special to you. He currently serves as MIT's Vice Chancellor for Undergraduate and Graduate Education, and he is also the Jerome C. Hunsaker Professor of Aeronautics and Astronautics here at MIT. He's been on the faculty at MIT since 1991 and was the department head in Aeronautics and Astronautics from 2008 to 2011, and Dean of Engineering up until his appointment as Vice Chancellor. As Vice Chancellor, he has been partnering with the MIT community to make improvements for all students across all years, in areas such as the first year experience, advising, professional development, diversity and inclusion, and overall health and well-being. Please join me in welcoming our Vice Chancellor, and I need you to give a huge round of applause for my boss, Ian A. Waits. Please welcome him.